Yeah. Welcome to the mission. Strap in, soldier. Fatherhood, don't wait. Let's move. Boots down, sunrise, another day to lead. I'm raising up my squad, planting purpose in the seeds. No manual, no map, just the heart of a man. Turn pressure into diamonds, yeah, that's always been the plan. From the rookies to the vets, we all walk the same roads. Carry heavy on our backs, but we never lose the load. We break cycles, build strength, keep our honor understood. Welcome to the front line, Operation Fatherhood. This is real talk, real dads, real grit. Suit up every day, cause our kids need it. Stand tall, stand firm, yeah, we rise where we stood. It's the brotherhood, it's the mission, Operation Fatherhood. Operation Fatherhood.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to yet another episode. Y'all already know where you're at. Operation Fatherhood. We're here. This one's gonna be a quick one. It's not gonna be anything too long. So it's gonna be about 2 or 3 little topics that we talk about. So first and foremost, I want to say thank everybody that has liked, shared, commented on the podcast. Greatly appreciate y'all, for real. It definitely warms my soul that this is actually reaching dads, not only here in the United States, but on a global scale, right? Because there's dads everywhere, all walks of life. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that serendipitous that we are being able to connect with dads, again, like I said, across the globe. So I ended up picking up a book recently, and it has some very interesting perspectives. And when I say perspectives, it's a different way, because again, all of us dads that are out there, we're gonna lead a certain way. We're going to make sure that we are instilling certain values and morals in our kids, right? But I think this book, and then what it's helped me to kind of see, is there is other perspectives out there. There is other ways of doing things, and kind of like we talked about in last week's episode, right? Having that support group, that friend group, being able to, bounce ideas off of each other, like-minded dads, new dads, to the veteran dads, and even the veteran dads, seeing what's going on with the new dads. So, the book is called The Daily Dad. Again, this is not sponsored. They're not sponsoring me. It's just something that, again, to help us dads out there in the world. It's called The Daily Dad. It's 366 affirmations that you can read. And what's cool about it in the introduction is it tells you, don't read it from the beginning, because it's broken down by month, right? So whatever month that you end up getting this book, if you decide to get this book, it tells you to start on that day. And when I got it a couple of days ago, the first affirmation, the first words of wisdom and advice, it talked about, now let's paint the picture. Do you remember, if you're a dad and you remember when your kids were starting to walk around the house, they're starting to, take their first steps, pick themselves up. And, we're very proud of those first steps. We're very proud of being able to see those things. And sometimes, again, we miss those things because, again, we work out of town a lot. We work the night shifts and whatnot. So what I will say is what this ended up giving me an idea on is, hey, we're going to go to the park and play. And that in itself is a journey for us as dads, taking our kids to play at the park, right? We got to make sure we have the bag, the diapers, right? Making sure we have wipes if they're still in diapers, making sure that we have enough snacks and whatnot. But if you look at it from the kids' perspective, them being able to just walk throughout the house is their journey, right? So paying attention to our kids and being able to look at it from their point of view, from their perspective, I think goes a long way. And personal thing that kind of happened, but being able to talk to my daughter that's in college and kind of see things from a different light, like seeing things from her perspective. Now, again, us as parents, we want to make sure that we are ruling as parents. We're giving the guidance, but sometimes we have to take a step back. Like, imagine if our parents looked at it from our perspective when we were young, when we were growing up, when we brought things. And again, depending on what age group you're coming from. Me, I'm on the cusp of Gen X, early millennial, right? But it all depends on the age group as well. But still, being able to see it from a different perspective gives you a different outlook. Like, what journey or what things are they going through from their point of view, right? Their eyes. And then again, them as kids, and then coming into adolescence and becoming young adults. I think one of the biggest things is making sure that you continue to cultivate those conversations about, hey, what's going on, so that way you can kind of see it from their eyes, see it from their point of view. But I will say another one that really stuck out to me, and it was actually this morning's reading that I did, is taking the opportunity for taking time for the double opportunity, right? And what it kind of, a little synopsis, what it is a lot of times we're not just going on a car ride. We're not just going to the grocery store. We're not just taking them to practice. That is a second opportunity, aside from all the other stuff that we do as dads, right? We come home. If you're able to, be home consistently, right? Or even through, FaceTimes and text messages, right? Hey, how you doing? What's going on? But taking the time for those double opportunities. Okay, I talked to you this morning, but if I'm home and I get to take you to practice, now I get to pick your brain. Hey, how's school going? What's on your mind? Is there me being a girl dad? And again, part of that dad's against daughters dating. I'm totally on board with that, but being able to pick their brain and say, hey, is there a boy that you like? Is there anything that that's troubling you that maybe we can help with? Is there something that you need to talk through that you might need a guy's perspective on versus a woman's, a mom's perspective? So taking that time to make every trip, every interaction, every opportunity for a second opportunity, right? A second chance to get to, and not second chance, but a second opportunity or second time to be able to talk to your kids, right? I think, that kind of opened up and triggered something, like a lot of times we're just in the car, we're just going to the grocery store, you're so focused on doing certain things we need to take a step back and actually talk to our kids and actually, kind of pick their brain. Every little chance that we get, every minute that we're able to talk to our kids, see what's going on. Again, like I said, seeing things from their perspective, it goes a long way. And then what it also does, it allows that open line of communication, right, between the kids coming to dad, being able to discuss certain things that might be coming through. So I really think that being able to communicate with our kids, even from a young age, right? The Googles, the Gagas, dad, mama, all of that, right? They start, putting things into, one word sentences, one to 3 word sentences. And then they start getting a little bit older, and they start, understanding colors and whatnot. Cultivating that young mind, I think goes a long way with communication. And then the last thing that I will say, because again, with this book and looking at it, I signed up for the newsletter as well. So inside the newsletter today, it was, because they send them to you daily. So you not only get, if you get the book, you get those daily affirmations and advice and encouragement, right? But then if you sign up for the newsletter, you also get, and again, they are not sponsoring Operation Fatherhood. They are not sponsoring this podcast. It is a dope book. It is something that I seen, believe it or not, on TikTok for other dads had been promoting it, and I looked into it and I was like, hey, why not bring some of that over here to the Operation Fatherhood family? So, but today in the newsletter, it was talking about, sometimes we see certain things in social media, and again, us dads being the providers that we are, being, and wanting to make sure that the home front is good and happy and everything is kosher, to know that our homes are going to be messy. And what do I mean by that? Your kids, especially if they're teenagers, right? They go in the fridge, they get a glass of juice or a soda of some sort or a snack. They leave their wrappers on the counter, towels on the back of the couch. Stuff really isn't picked up. And again, yes, you pick it up, y'all clean up, whether it's Sunday. And, I talked about this a couple, episodes ago, creating those routines where you're able to connect in different things. And this is perfect. Another double opportunity. Hey, guess what? These chores that we need to get done, let's get them done. And then we're going to talk and discuss and, joke around and figure out, those lines of communication. But it was the moral of that lesson in that newsletter. It was saying that, you see all these, nice couches and these big mansions that are, put together to a T. That looks great for the internet. That looks great for, somebody that might be single, that doesn't have kids, that doesn't have a hectic or chaotic life. But those that have a home front, that have kids, that are active, have sports going on, you got, toddlers running around, got to baby proof the house or whatnot, your home is going to be messy, but it's messy to where you get to enjoy pizza night and sit on the couch and watch a movie, right? Or starting pillow fights, right, on the couch, right? And again, it's gonna get stained, especially if you have pets. If you have pets, it's gonna get stained, it's gonna get messed up. But each one of those stains, each one of those scratches, each one of those, little, spots where, maybe the baby, drop their bottle or their cup, right? Their little sippy cup, and it spilled out, or, the kids are laughing so hard at the movie that we're watching while we're eating pizza, and they, drop a little slice, a little pepperoni, a little pizza sauce on the couch. Those things right there. So it's not really to get the validation like we see on the internet, right? It's really, really important to focus on the quality time that you're able to spend with the kids. So, again, it's going to be messy. It's going to be chaotic. That's part of life, right? That's part of fatherhood. It's going to be messy. It's going to be chaotic. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. But I will say that we can strive for perfection. We can strive to try to be the perfect dad, right? Yes. Will we succeed? Perfection, maybe not. But being a great dad, being told that you're a great dad, that comes down the road. You just keep, doing what you're doing, making sure that you're instilling those good values in the kids, making sure that you connect with them on all the facets that you're able to connect with them with. Communication is key. Consistency is also key. Being able to, show them that you are there, that you are present, and it's definitely quality over quantity, right? We're not trying to, every time we come, and I bring it full circle back to being a blue collar dad that works out of town. We're not trying to, shower them with gifts because we want to, buy their love or their support, or, show them, oh, I've been away and I miss so much. Here's gifts. No, it's that quality time. It's those memories you get to create with them to be able to, look back on in 5, 10, 15 years, all right, 20 years when they're adults, and we can laugh about certain things. And then eventually us dads, if we have kids, they end up having kids, and then, we become grandparents, and now we get to, watch them kind of work through their own, motherhood and fatherhood, and, help them along the way. Be good grandparents, but help them be great parents, right? And we always want our kids to be better than we were, right? So again, we're trying to be great dads. So why not, help them like we would want somebody that, to help us. And again, I'm not saying that you don't have nobody in your life to help you out. Maybe, you do have that dad that you can, call up, that grandpa that, still around, that, can give you some advice. And again, the friend group, like we said last episode, the friend group, those 2 to 3 guys that you can, really kick ideas around with, people that are going to hold you accountable and call you out on your shit. But the biggest thing is making sure that we are choosing to communicate. We are choosing to be great dads. And again, our kids will let us know. They'll be the metric that we go by, right? Because again, the more we communicate, the more we're consistent, the more interaction you'll have with your kids, the more, talks and memories and stuff, and it'll show in time. So with that being said, y'all know where to reach us at, pardon me. Operation Fatherhood 25 at gmail.com. Here in a couple of weeks, I know Thanksgiving is coming up. I know Christmas is right around the corner, the New Year's, and we're in 2026. Start journaling, start getting your plans for Q1. My dad's, things that you might, that you want to work towards and strive towards, coming into 2026. definitely got some dope things and some dope people that'll be blessing us with their presence here on Operation Fatherhood. Those will end up being live streamed and then turned into a podcast episode. So again, greatly appreciate y'all, and we will talk to y'all later. Peace.